My name is Father Peter Palmisano. I am pastor here at Our Lady of Mount Virgin Church in Garfield for the past 20 years. I'm actually a priest 31 years come this May, and it is the premier Italian parish of the Archdiocese of Newark. Over the course of 20 years, there have been many things that I've been involved in, simply because it's the nature of the beast when you are a pastor. It's not just the priestly ministry, it also involves a tremendous amount of administration, property management, being human resource director, and wearing many different hats. When push comes to shove, the reality is that for me, my life belongs with what is behind me in that sanctuary, and to be a priest and to preach and to proclaim and to bring comfort and solace and to help and to do whatever I have to do. However, all that being said, again, the rest comes with the package of being the pastor. You need to have those skills, which I never thought I had. I became friendly with and the patient of Dr. Christopher Pumill. His father, Dr. Rick Pumill, was my cardiologist many years ago, just simply because you're aging and you want to get checked up and make sure you're on top of your health. Turning 65 last year, I decided it was time for a cardiologist again, and I went to visit Dr. Chris Pumill. Figured pick up on the next generation. Well, Dr. Rick has been great as well. Like father, like son, in truth, all around, totally compassionate, understanding, there for the total person and not just the heart, although it becomes a matter of the heart for them. So Dr. Chris became my cardiologist, and I went to him last June for the first time, and he took me through a whole battery of tests, including the nuclear stress test, etc. Come the fall, I had begun with a new primary care physician, and I found myself extremely weak at that point, and I was in somewhat a state of denial about anything that might be going off with my health. Like they say, denial is not just a river in Egypt. And he said, well, you may have had a silent heart attack, or there might be one waiting to happen. That, given my chronic exhaustion and not being able to really function and constantly wanting to sleep, I went to the emergency room. I spent 6 hours. Dr. Pumill was right on top of me immediately by way of keeping contact with the emergency room, and it was discovered that, thank God, it was just an extra heartbeat. I think that's what gets me in trouble. When I saw him in November as follow-up, and I asked him about the results of a blood test for Epstein-Barr virus, which I've had in the past, he said, you don't have that. He said, what you have is physical and mental collapse. Welcome to the world. It was stopping me left, right, and center. And I could never really focus again on myself because of the lifestyle of being a pastor and being an administrator and everything else, and being a priest and being called upon. And so then when I got hit with the flu in January, which took me out for 2 weeks, I was lucky I celebrated Christmas Mass. I decided it was time to wake up, to smell the coffee, and to request an early retirement, because for us it's at 70 years old, and I'll turn 66 in April. But I am eternally grateful to Dr. Chris for pretty much setting me straight and for helping me to open my eyes and to open my ears, and certainly to keep my heart open to exactly what God wants me to do. So thank you, Dr. Chris.